Cheers, buddy.
Yeah, cheers.
JP, thank you for the
Cheers, man. Yeah, appreciate it, buddy.
Thanks for
Appreciate the
coming,
man
bro.
cave on short notice. So we definitely planned on coming here. We just weren't sure if we were going to hit it like
Right.
after Sean's house, but apparently it just didn't happen.
You guys are all welcome all the time, whenever.
But we'll get started here today. So, all right, everybody, welcome to the 724 Man Cave podcast. We're here with our usual co-host, Alec Nacera, Gizmo, who is Anthony Lefevre by day, and then we're here at JP Weiser's. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, man.
JP Weiser's Man
like
Cave. Where are we at, JP?
We're at my house. We're at Pittsburgh. A couple minutes from the city, not too far out. Yeah, we're my man cave.
What part of Pittsburgh are we in? Is this
West Mifflin.
West
This is
Mifflin.
West
Okay.
Mifflin,
So we went
okay.
through Waterfront and all that stuff. We
Right.
kind of passed where the Steelers practice,
Yeah,
stuff
man.
like that.
Yeah, it's not far. It's central. It's close to everything.
West
Yeah,
Mifflin's always been a nice
not
little
bad.
spot, dude. I've
Yeah.
always liked coming through West Mifflin.
Yeah, I've been here about 4 years.
4
in
years.
this house right here.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Dude, this man cave, though, I gotta tell you,
Nice
I
house.
fucking love
Yeah,
this
we're-
shit.
we're
over
getting
here.
there, bro.
Dude,
We're getting
this
there.
little Pitts thing over here. Oh my god.
Got the whole 9 yards for those watching us on the live.
We got the video of it too.
So to start it out, before we get ahead with our questions and such, we're going to hammer out a shot at some Pink Whitney here by
She's a
Barstool
real
Sports.
time.
Spill it on the laptop.
Cheers.
Yeah,
Cheers.
Oh,
My
yeah,
man,
cheers.
my man. Cheers.
We got it. We got it. Cheers. Cheers, boys. This is our...
That's good.
Oh, shit. That ain't bad. That's our
That's
first
really
time
good.
trying it.
Fantastic.
Yeah, mine.
Pink lemonade vodka.
Yeah.
Fire.
Dude, I feel like
Mix it
that
with
could,
Sprite, bro.
that could kill you.
Game over.
That could really
Put
kill
that
you.
in some Sprite. I might have to do that this week.
It's game over.
So we're buying a bottle of Pink Whitney before we go on this
Dude,
trip.
look at that though. Like even the ice is falling off the ball.
Yeah,
how
like
you
that's
know it looks
scrumdiddlyumptious.
sexy.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
God.
It's good stuff.
That's what Barstool Sports is like sponsoring that or something.
Yeah.
No.
Ryan Whitney,
Really?
the hockey player.
Wow.
No shit.
Yes.
That's
Wasn't
funny.
he a Penguin?
He was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at one point in time. That's what I thought.
Yeah,
We had him sign a
he
bottle.
does the Spit and Chicklets podcast for Barstool, and he got the New Amsterdam deal.
What?
Yeah.
He's probably making more
That's
money off that than he
crazy.
was
Yeah.
in the NHL.
Yeah, for sure.
I wish. So basically how we're going to run this podcast, we're going to kind of keep the same format for, I guess, like all of our Man Cave
Yeah.
visits. Kind of like an interview style thing. If you guys feel like you guys have, this is to Gizmo and Alec, if you guys feel like you have to chime in at any point in time, chime in. If you guys
Chime
have
in.
anything to add in, I have a lot of questions written down that we're just kind of
We're
gonna
gonna quiz you.
go through here.
Quiz is easy
So-
now.
Never passed one of those in my life.
Everybody get an F on this one. So the first question is, what do you make before taxes yearly?
Not enough. Let me just say that. Not enough.
No, but what do you do for a living?
I'm a maintenance guy at a bank right down the road in Homestead, right across from the waterfront.
Back.
There you go.
It's easy.
And you've been collecting for how long?
Honestly, probably about a year.
You got all this
About a year?
memorabilia within a year.
Yeah,
Wow.
man.
Shit. So
Yeah.
we just met at training camp last year.
Training camp was. So I joined my buddy I used to work with. He did a couple box breaks,
Mhm.
and he kept begging me, get in one. I'm like, I don't want to. I'm not interested. Finally, I was like, all right, I'm gonna get this dude off my back.
Just do one.
I'm gonna do one, bro. I won. So I won. What did I win? I won a 49ers helmet. I'm like, all right,
Oh
this
shit.
is cool and all, but like, I want Steelers.
Yeah.
And there was a lady in the same break, and she said, you know, if I get Steelers, we'll trade. And she offered me that Jack Lambert chrome
Oh
up there.
no shit.
I believe it was a Jerry Rice. I think I wanted Jerry Rice.
Oh, you want a Jerry Rice helmet?
Yeah.
That's a really good
fuck.
trade. Hell
That's
yeah.
with Jack Lambert there. That's hand in hand right there.
Yeah, so she offered me that trade. I got the Jack Lambert, and I was like, all right, this is sick. And John Walker, he said, you might as well start. Like, let's go to training camp this year, which is where we met.
Yeah, it's wild.
First time I ever went to training camp. Well, I went when I was a kid, but matter of fact, I went when I was a kid. I got a football signed by this rookie, right? It was like number 19, something like that, 17. Heinz Ward.
What?
My dog ate the football when I was like 10.
Oh,
hell
what?
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
But
but
rubber fucking nose in that one.
right. So yeah, so we went to training camp, and that's where it all started.
Well, shit. Well, yeah. I mean, that kind of kills the next 3 questions I had about training camp. Just because I
Right.
thought you were like a diehard like John. Your boy John goes to like
Right.
every single year.
I always used to make fun of John. Like, this dude is so obsessed with the Steelers. It's unreal. Man.
I'm the same way.
Yeah, they all think I'm fucking weird,
He
too.
brought me to training camp, man, and it changed everything. I was like, this is sick.
Yeah, I mean, it was just crazy.
I mean, the players.
Well, you get
like,
closer with the players.
That's what I mean.
Too.
And they walk right up to you. They have conversations with you. Like, changes everything.
JP, how the hell you doing?
Yeah, like you start to become fans of guys that you would not like otherwise.
Well, yeah.
You go from fans to friends.
Well, that kind of brings me to like my next little point because I had a bunch of training camp questions kind of lined up, but even then you could still answer it after 1 year. Who was your most high profile player you met at training camp last year?
Honestly, probably James Conner.
James Conner. Okay,
Yeah, he's pretty high profile, and I'm a big pick guy, so.
Were you around when Deontay kept coming around?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Deontay,
That's not a bad one.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I mean, he signed a lot. He seems kind of.
You got lucky with that one, just how big he got.
Right.
But where'd you meet James Conner at?
Right at camp, right at the when they walk out of the lunchroom.
Oh, really? Oh, no way. That's tough.
I had that pit helmet with me.
Oh, okay. That's the one signed by Curtis Martin too.
And Curtis Martin was on it. I got it with Curtis Martin on it, and I'm gonna turn it into a running back helmet.
And he signed it with the 24 too. That's like,
you get Shady on there.
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I held the pit helmet out. He saw it right away. Came over and signed it like it was nothing. So,
that's what's up.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Nice.
So, would you consider that probably your best training camp experience so far?
Yeah. Well, obviously, my Benny Snell. That's my guy.
Yeah, okay.
So,
that's your favorite
player?
player?
We'll try to throw the video in the podcast.
So I'm a Kentucky guy. So Benny.
You
Snell,
followed him in college then?
Yeah, Benny Snell. Benny Snell was my guy, and John went to training camp a couple times, and he was saying how hard it was to get Benny. Benny wasn't signing for anybody, so I brought that Kentucky helmet, and eventually Bud Dupree signed it, which was cool. And I kept holding it out. He's seen it. You know, he'd look at it and he'd like walk past. I didn't think I was going to get it. And finally, the last day I went to camp, he came over and scribbled on it real quick, and I was just like,
thank God.
I did it.
You got two on it now, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so it was tight, yeah.
Well,
I bet you he takes over the starting role this year.
That would be nice. That wouldn't be bad. But I don't think he'll.
I think they're going to
I don't think he'll. Yeah, I don't think he'll take over the starting
for
role.
16 games.
That's the bet.
He's
that's
working.
the gamble.
You see
He's huge.
That's the gamble,
He looks
man.
like fucking Superman. His
He's
back's
working.
Getting big.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's hulked
Yeah,
up.
he's working.
That kind of even leads us into the next question there about your favorite current player, Benny.
Yeah,
so
man.
we had a whole signing with Benny.
Yeah.
Tell us what happened there.
So,
that's your first time really actually getting to meet him. Right.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a signing at Mark's store. What the hell is it called?
That's Mark Caputo.
First and Goal
Collectibles.
And yeah, Benny came in, and honestly, it made me fall in love with him even more.
Right.
He's
Yeah,
just,
he has a nice time.
He don't care, bro. He's
a
himself.
cool ass dude.
Yeah, he does what Benny does. And
Bumping
like,
That's
Juice
the best
WRLD
kind
in
of
the
people that
back
you can tell in
room,
their face
like.
they ain't fake.
right.
They're
Anybody
not
that tells
happy
Justin to
do
go buy a speaker for him is cool with me.
Oh yeah, bro! I literally walked over to Target that minute, and I'm going to buy. Actually, that's not even. I'm going to bring you one piece of memorabilia to kind of show everybody on live here.
All right, let me see it. See, what do you got? He played that off so well.
I know.
You got a podcast coming to you. We got you a 16 by 20 sign. JP, that's your gift from us, buddy.
Very nice.
Love it, man.
Thank you,
Appreciate
guys.
it. It's not much. But and we also got you one of these here cool koozies.
Yeah.
We're showing them up.
Anything we could do, man. Just something fun. It's not much, but
No, yeah,
it's
it's
something to
cool,
show we
bro.
were here.
For sure.
You know, so
We
you
appreciate it.
display it, not jerk off to it. I don't care what you do.
No
You can jerk off
promises.
to it if you want
Yeah,
to.
no promises.
It's like the ugliest looking cartoon.
I'll be
Right.
flattered. I'll be flattered.
Right.
But shit. So is there anything you guys want to ask him kind of about his life?
I want to know where you got that Aaron Donald jersey.
I actually bought it. I bought it off of
No shit.
a guy on, well, I don't know what the hell page it was. But yeah, I literally just said I'm looking for any Pitt memorabilia, and the dude, he put it up there. I said I'm in.
Hey, dude, you
I'm
got
in.
the nice setup. You got fucking Curtis Martin, you got Tyler Boyd, you got DeWaldo, you got Aaron Donald, and then you got Hamlin and fucking Paris Ford. Like,
Yeah, Tony Dorsett, Curtis Martin, Aaron Donald helmet. Yeah, man, we're living. We like Pitt here. For sure.
I've always cheered for
Yeah,
Pitt
I
with
agree.
anything. Though.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add?
hoops,
Any questions?
I'll always love.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I mean, it's on the list, but I just want to ask it now. I want to
Yeah, go
ask
for
it
it.
both ways.
Yeah, go for
it. I didn't tell you guys, but what is your favorite piece of memorabilia in here? Like, what is
The number one
bread
thing
and
no one
butter
can
That
your-
holy
your
grail.
holy grail piece?
Honestly, for me, just because
of
of how hard it is to acquire, is probably the Larry Fitzgerald jersey.
Shit.
that is on there. On the
Larry
We do
Fitzgerald's
that
hard to
whole Larry Fitz
acquire.
behind, too.
Cardinals, so to have him
West.
on a Pitt jersey is is pretty sick.
And he literally
You
just
know, a
got
lot of people
scribbled
don't even
there,
know he's
too.
from
It's
Pitt.
tough.
Right.
That's the craziest thing
Right.
about it.
Yeah,
didn't know
man.
that.
But I wonder, where is he actually like from? Like, is he from
I don't know
here?
if he's from any part of
The iPad,
Pittsburgh
I like it,
specifically,
too.
but he'd have to be. Pitt doesn't recruit that far out of Western PA.
Right. I'm not sure where he might be from, like Arizona or something.
Let's see.
No, he ain't from here. He plays in Arizona.
He has to be from out.
He is from Minneapolis. Yeah, he was Randy Moss's fucking ball boy.
That's
You remember
right,
that?
dude. Wow.
Minneapolis, Minnesota.
He's a
Larry
shot.
Fitzgerald
Dude,
decided to go to
he
Pitt.
holds all the records at Pitt still.
Oh,
Unless
bro,
Tyler
he's-
Boyd broke a couple.
He's the best
up
player
there.
in Pitt
Yeah,
history.
top notch.
He
Hands
might be
down.
the top 5 receiver of all time.
Yeah, yeah, for
I
sure.
love
Think
Larry
about it. You have more
Fitzgerald.
tackles than drop balls.
For sure.
I mean, yeah,
You're out there
really.
like
That's wild.
And then
That is
No,
wild.
I mean, that was a two-way question. That it was going to turn tables on you guys. And
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you two, what's
okay,
the eye candy in this room to you?
my eye candy, since I'm the memorabilia. Actually, I'll let Alec go first.
DeJuan Blair signed jersey.
DeJuan Blair,
Hands
okay.
down, without a doubt. It's my favorite basketball player of all time.
We'll
I
throw a
watched
little
this.
video of it.
I watched
on
this
here.
motherfucker beat Beaver Falls' ass in high school. I'm talking. He was out there dunking on people.
Yeah,
He's
bro, he's
6'7",
sick.
300 pounds. Like, what do you do?
So
Let him
I,
dominate.
Exactly that,
Let him
yeah.
dominate.
I think as the memorabilia guy, I think my two favorite pieces are probably a tie. I'd say between the Jack Lambert Chrome, just because Jack Lambert, yeah, I mean,
honestly,
he's
I
Jack
think
Lambert.
That's probably the most expensive one too.
Yeah, oh, I
No,
bet.
that's definitely
Yeah.
worth it.
Yeah.
And then I'm really actually high on the Ryan Shazier Blazes. Believe it or not, I hate Blaze helmets, which is like, it's like a gold throw up
Yeah.
helmet in my
Yeah.
opinion. But dude, they're worth a shit ton of
Bro,
money. People
shout
love
out, shout out to Jason Dieter for that. I traded him an Odell Beckham Giants helmet
it. Yeah,
after
Oh,
Odell
no
got
shit.
traded, but he said his nephew's a big Odell fan, so
worth it to him.
I'll
You
take
got
it.
some
yeah,
TJ Watt back here. That Benny ain't bad. That's actually his game used visor on
man.
that
Game used,
helmet. ain't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Matter of fact, not in this room, but downstairs, I have Benny Snell's first touchdown, his gloves that he
Oh,
wore.
really? Wow.
Probably.
So that's probably one of my.
Most prized.
Yeah,
Those were
for sure.
expensive motherfuckers. I remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah, man.
If I were to pick one item in this room, I'd go with that Lego helmet over
The
there.
Lego
I don't know
helmet.
shit about sports,
Look.
so I don't care about any of these autographs.
Well, is there even
I mean, I
anything that
do,
looks
but-
cool? Like, is there any cool helmets? Do you think?
That
Like,
Lego
what's your
Yeah,
helmet.
coolest
they're cool,
helmet?
but
bro.
that's the coolest thing
pause.
over here.
Let
It's
me,
going
let
in.
me
that Lego
backtrack
helmet
mine. Other than
stuff.
that DeJuan Blair jersey, this
Oh yeah.
Heinz
Wow.
Field
Oh, yeah,
light up
bro.
city thing. dude.
Shout out to my mom.
Oh my
And the
god.
dog.
Thrift store
Poor
shop.
pup. And then we kind of have two segments. I think we should be able to wrap these segments up pretty quick. We kind of started a greater than or less than segment. So I'll kind of break down the first part of how it works. So JP, we're going to start out with you. You're going to say whether he's going to do greater than this or less than this overall.
All
It's
right.
going to be a bunch of questions. So the first one, I'll kind of answer it for you to kind of give you my take, but to also show you how it works. So Ben Roethlisberger is going to throw for 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns. I think he's going to throw for more than 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns, so I'm going to say greater. The question will come to you. Ben Roethlisberger will throw for 4,000 touchdowns and 30 TDs.
I say worst case scenario, he hits it on the mark.
On the mark, so equal to.
I'm gonna say pretty close to that. Yeah.
Equal to, okay.
Yeah, for sure. I think
You
Deontay.
just want to guess.
Deontay.
Yes, I don't even
Deontay's
give a
gonna be a
shit.
big part of that.
Is Big Ben
not
going to
in
throw?
this game.
Is Big Ben going to throw a fuck ton of yards or no?
Oh, we could say fuck.
I mean, I'm saying
we
fuck.
could-
This is my fucking podcast.
Sex right on the goddamn-
I'm on the fucking cover of this shit. I'm saying whatever the fuck we.
High ass
I'm
face.
saying cunt, pussy, and shit.
Right at the
Yeah.
bottom of the screen.
Oh, no.
Beep, beep, beep. No. Alec, Big
He's going
Ben.
to throw over 4,000 yards, but he's going to throw under 30 touchdowns.
Okay.
All right.
James Conner, 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns. Greater than or less than?
I like the guy, but I'm gonna go less.
Less than,
Yeah,
okay.
I think they're gonna split
I
too
want the
much.
Steelers to have a good year, so I'm just going to say greater than on all these questions. So greater than.
I'm saying less than. I don't
I
think he
support
stays
it.
healthy the whole year, and I think Benny Snell takes over by the end of the year.
Okay, I'm going against the grain. James, I hope you're watching. I'm going fucking greater than. Greater than if you can stay healthy.
Exactly.
Okay, now here's JP's question.
All right.
Benny Snell, 500
Greater
yards and
than.
5 touchdowns. 11-inch peanut. No, I'm just kidding.
Ooh.
500 yards and 5 touchdowns. Greater.
Oh,
Greater.
yeah,
Okay.
greater than.
He's high
I'm
on
saying
him.
he's going to
Greater
double
to all.
that. I'm saying he's going to get James Conner's number.
Yeah. I'm going less than.
Oh,
I love you,
shit.
Benny. I'm going less than.
You're gonna have to leave.
It's
Get
my
out of the
podcast,
house.
not motherfucker.
Juju Smith-Schuster, the next on the chopping block. 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns. What do you think?
Greater than. Yep, I'm going for it.
I'm going less.
Less than?
I think
Okay.
Deontay's taking over, bro.
What do you think? 1,000 yards and 10
I think
touchdowns?
he's gonna get less.
I think
I'm
he's
not
gonna
gonna lie to you.
get. I think he's gonna have greater than 1,000 yards.
10
Less
touchdowns
than-
for him's a lot.
I think he's gonna go less than 10
Yeah,
touchdowns.
Too
I
many
agree.
weapons.
Because even
offensively
AB
right
had a
now.
hard time scoring a bunch of tutties in our
I think
offense.
tight ends, man. Tight ends are going to take over touchdowns.
Like,
Ebron was
Eric
working with the foot
Ebron's
doctor
nasty
today.
as shit.
Yeah.
John's over here like itching, like, let me just fucking answer a question. In fact, John, if you want to hop on, if you want to pull up a chair, we'll
Yeah, come
include
on, we
you on
got
this
you on
little
this
part.
game.
But he's like,
Hey,
fuck yeah.
don't bring the
Fuck
recliner.
yeah, I'm coming.
Not the-
Leave the recliner out.
That brings me a great time to
Take another shot.
Take
do a shot not brought to
No,
us
bro.
by any sort of
Rod,
sponsor.
let me
Shot
whiskey.
glass, too.
Just there might be one in the basement. I
Oh,
know the
that's-
basement by the back door.
You should have given me the fireball flat.
Oh Christ! I probably
Yeah.
broke it again.
No,
No, you're good. Just make sure it doesn't. We're fine.
Oh my
We're
God!
fine.
We're
Alcohol.
At this point, we're
Yeah,
rolling.
fine. You're good. Thank you,
Yeah,
Tito.
no, he can use mine.
Did you pour Gizmo a shot?
No,
No,
I'm
he's
driving. Yeah.
He's driving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bad
I'll be
bad plans.
responsible
Speaking
and,
of, you guys are more than welcome to stay if you need. Leave in the morning.
I have so much
We're-
shit to ship out.
Oh,
If
I
I stayed
understand.
here, everybody in our
I
group
still
would
have lunch
kill
meat
us.
sandwiches.
We're
to
leaving
pack.
tomorrow too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, we gotta leave at
exactly.
like 3 a.m. I still gotta go home and ship out a ton of shit. And I hope I have enough ink to do it.
You're
So,
fucked.
cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah.
So before the next question, while John's doing his shit because he's so
No,
excited.
I'm not cheersing to that.
Cheers.
JP.
We'll just transfer it. There we go. We'll
Transfer,
transfer the
transfer.
energy again. There we
See, I'll
go.
just look you in the eyes and take the shot.
Lakeim.
Bro, there's a chair in the basement by the back door.
I'll hit the jewel.
Hoo, hoo, hoo.
Where is that magical jewel at?
God damn.
This isn't
Excuse
just
me.
any jewel. This is a special jewel.
It's magic.
This is my
Easy.
jewel.
No, it's mine.
That's what makes it special. All right.
This is
So
where the helmet.
All right, no questions yet.
next on our greater than or less than segment, the Steelers defense will rank number 5.
Greater than.
Greater than.
In what? Total defense?
Total defense, overall rank.
Greater than.
Greater than? What are you saying?
They're going to be on the field a lot less this year. I think they're going to be the best defense in the league, to be honest.
Okay.
They're going to be top 3 for
I
sure.
agree. I'm going number fucking 1.
I'm with you.
I
Number
said
one.
that with some
I'm
authority.
with you.
Tito.
Yeah, number
Top
fucking 1.
top 3, 100%.
We got
Number
dogs.
1, up there.
We have killers.
We got dogs on that fucking
And they're
team.
young.
Steelers offense is going to rank overall number 10. Greater than or less than. So are they going to be a top 10 offense this year? Or are they going to get their shit back together?
Big
I know.
Ben. Big Ben's top 10. If he's healthy, bro, it's top 10.
So we're saying greater than top 10.
I'm saying 11th,
In the top 10.
11th in the league.
So you're saying less than.
You're saying, hold on, you're saying number 1 defense. What? I wanna
Well,
No,
get
this is
your-
an offense.
we
top
would-
10
Yeah, I
offense.
know.
Yeah, are we going to be a top 10 offense? I say yes. I say yes. I think we're going to be right on the cusp. I think we might be number 10 or number 9. But I think we could be a top 10 offense with everything we have. I just saw,
Really?
I think we rely too much on the pass and we go to right beneath it.
even though we have a ton of running backs now, we have a stable.
That line ain't as good anymore, though.
Yeah,
Someone likes
I think
it.
it's playing. That's going to get
What'd
to
you
the next
say?
segment here. We have a who wins the starting job
Oh,
segment
thank you.
here.
Take
Next
your
one,
jab.
let's try to wrap through these here a little bit
Yeah.
quicker. We got Bud Dupree, 10 sacks this season. Greater than or less than?
I'm saying less.
Less than 10 sacks.
Yeah.
Gizmo?
He has no clue.
More.
Honestly,
for
I'm going to
everything.
say less than as well. I think he gets more attention this year.
I'm going to say greater.
Well, you're bald,
I think
motherfucker.
Bud is going to have 13 sacks this season.
I hope he does.
I think Bud's going to have
I
13
agree.
sacks.
Bud's a dog, and he's from Kentucky.
Now, the next one. Steven Nelson had 1 interception last season. Only 1.
Only 1? All right.
That doesn't mean he ain't a dog.
Yeah.
No, it's
Is he going to have 3 interceptions this season? Greater than or less than?
I'm going to say less than.
Less than.
They're going to avoid him.
Let's say
I'm
less.
going to say he's got ridiculous passes defended, but
I think he's
interceptions he might have 0.
going to go greater. I think
He's
he's
like
going to
Ike
have 4
Taylor out
INTs
there.
this
I think
year.
I think they're going to avoid him. They're not going
I-
to throw his way very often.
I think
Unless
Joe's going to
Edmonds on
lose a
the
step
side,
because
but-
he's getting a little bit older, and I
I
think they're
think
going to start
I
picking
think
on
Steven
somebody.
Nelson's our guy. Steven Nelson's our number
Oh,
one.
love Steven
He's a
Nelson.
lockdown, dude.
Honestly, I think our defensive backs are the best they've been in 10 years.
Yeah. I can
Easy.
see that. Better than fucking Artie Burns back there. And
No, honestly, look at
Ross
it.
Cockrell.
Look at it going back to 2010. There's nobody better.
Ike Taylor was the only one that was at the end of his career.
That's it. We had Ron Clark for a little bit.
Wait, did you see that article about Ike Taylor?
Troy P was there for 1 year in
No, which
2010.
one?
He said that he had headphones installed in his helmet so he could blast music during games.
What?
Huh?
I would
So he was listening
I don't
to
know. I don't know how much truth there is to that, but
Maybe
there was
that's
an
why I
article
couldn't
that just
fucking
came out
cover
where
it.
he said it's true.
Artie
Yeah.
Burns.
Really true?
Artie Burns, if you're watching this, I'm sorry to say this, but you couldn't cover me.
Yeah. Justin,
I'm a
if you're
fucking-
watching this, you're wrong. You're wrong.
I don't know.
But he does suck, bro. He does suck.
Bro, he's gonna cover me, but he's gonna hold me the whole time too. He's gonna grab me. He's gonna grab the sides of my sleeves up like I seen him do every training camp fucking rep he ever had, and then flag. Flag.
He's a great guy, though, Artie. He sucks at football.
He was a
but he's a
dickhead
great
to
guy.
me.
Sucks at
So
football.
you're an asshole to me.
Tell him to really.
Tell him to really suck a dick. No, I'm not just saying that because you're out of Pittsburgh, but you just weren't a nice person to me, and I was actually a true fan to you. So you lost my respect overall. You wanted to get out of Pittsburgh so bad you didn't care. So I feel like your last year you kind of skated through. You obviously didn't care enough to try. You got beat out
Did you
by
ever
them
see the
signing
game
Steven
against the
Nelson.
Bengals the one
But
year? They let him score pretty much. He was covering Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd literally just walked into
oh
the
yeah,
end
I mean that's
zone.
why. Like, how can I have respect for somebody like that?
Mm-hmm.
Overall, I'm
Piece of
not.
shit.
Now we're gonna wrap up. We got 2 more. We're gonna wrap this up quick. Chase Claypool will start 10 games this season.
Start.
Number 1 or 2.
10 games.
Less than.
Okay. Less than.
He's more than.
More than that. I'm going less than 2. I think he's going to start 7 games, 8 games. I think he's going to start half the season.
I think
Right.
after week 4 he starts every game.
No. I mean,
I don't know
like, it's hard for me to
shit.
even see him as a real starter because I think it's going to be Juju number 1 at first, of course. Then it's going to be between James. Well, it's going to be Deontay at number 2. But even then, like, the Steelers
They're
don't
both
play like
better
a
in the
number 1,
slot.
number 2. You're always playing outside. We have like 3 slot receivers.
But Chase is the biggest receiver on our
Huge.
team now.
He's got to play outside every single play.
So he's gonna start.
That's why we got him. So, I mean, I think he's going to start a little bit less. I think it's going to take some time to get him incorporated everything.
That's our offensive rookie of the year.
Mason Rudolph will start 3 games this season. Greater than or less than?
Less.
Shout out Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
like
can
that one.
say less than.
Less
this
than.
one.
Shout out
Ben's
Ben
playing
less than.
Roethlisberger. Stay healthy.
I'm going to say greater than.
Speaking of Ben
I know some.
Roethlisberger,
I think he's going to start 4 games.
did you hear what James
What?
Conner said today? He
Oh,
said that
he could heard the whistle.
he heard the ball whistling.
Yeah, bro. Ben's
when Ben
throwing
was
heat.
throwing.
Oh yeah, he's
Ben's
throwing.
throwing heat.
I get that, but I think he's
He's
going to have to
healthy.
take some games off. I
He
feel
took
like
a year
bye
off.
week.
He took a year off.
Yeah,
bro.
a
He's
bye
good.
Hey, I hope
He's
so.
good.
But I'm saying
He's been out there killing.
I got a feeling like Mason Rudolph's going to
Yeah.
start a couple games this season, and he's going to really change some minds and really increase the value of all the memorabilia that I have of his.
And I'm gonna get rich.
So if anybody has any Mason Rudolph items they'd like to dump, contact me at jlaving@yahoo.com. That brings us to, that is the wrap of the greater than or less than segment.
Yeah.
Next one is, who wins that starting job? This one we can wrap up kind of, I mean, this should be pretty easy. At safety, we have a position battle. These are all position battles I found either online, inferred myself, just kind of saw of who I might see coming up. At safety, that's probably the first one I actually saw, believe it or not. They're saying Terrell Edmonds or Cameron Sutton.
Terrell Edmonds.
Terrell Edmonds, more raw talent.
Terrell Edmonds, I think he's
kinda-
going to impress people this year.
I see Edmonds too, not even for the fact that he's better, but I think he's a first-round pick, and the Steelers are going to throw him
He's
in
more
there
talented.
regardless.
Edmonds sucks at coverage, but he's one of the
Yeah, he's
best
a linebacker
tacklers.
almost.
He's one
like
of the best
he's like
tacklers on
he's
the
like a
Steelers.
thin linebacker.
He's
Yeah.
the weakest link,
You know?
I think, but
But I think
there's a lot of
he
strong
makes a
links on that
step.
team.
Yeah.
What's up, Gizmo? What's
Yeah,
your
I don't know anything about Terrell Edmonds. Ugh.
What do you do?
He's kind of a nice guy, but doesn't
No,
really
what
smile
I do
for
want to know
in-person
though
pictures.
is how much you want for that Lego helmet over there. I'm buying that.
Oh, shit, he-
$10, bro.
$10. I'm
Shit,
buying
10
it.
bucks, I might
$10
buy
bucks.
it. I give you 20 to beat him.
Backup running back. We got Benny Snell, Jalen Samuels, Anthony McFarland, or technically we have James Conner, but
Backup.
backup.
We're talking backup.
Who's the number 2 back? So if James Conner
At
is
week 1.
James Conner is obviously the number 1 back in our offense. They've already pretty much said this. So who's going to be, if James Conner's hurt, who's the number 1
We're
back?
talking strictly first game roster.
If James Conner is healthy, he's obviously number one back.
Yeah.
Who is number two behind him?
Benny Snell.
Okay. Benny Snell.
I think Anthony McFarland is going to be nice, but Mike Tomlin doesn't play rookies right away.
He doesn't. He definitely doesn't.
Benny Snell is the number 2 to start for sure.
It really depends on health, but I'm going to say Samuels for the remainder of the year, just because he's more exposed to the offense.
Okay.
And then eventually Benny Snell. It depends on their health too. Though.
Right.
Everything's healthy,
Definitely.
but I'd say if the first game of the season James Conner blew out his knee and Jalen Samuels would have to step in, he'd automatically be number 2.
I think Benny would step in my opinion.
That's
I think
fine.
Benny would step in. I think he'd kind of fill some shoes, but Jalen Samuels would kind of recover the receiving part of anything.
I think no matter what, Benny Snell.
Don't sleep on Benny Snell's hands.
Yeah, he ain't too bad.
He's
He ain't
nice.
too bad, but Jalen Samuels was kind of like a Swiss Army knife where he was from.
McFarland's gonna be like Kamara.
Middle linebacker. This is actually something I kind of laughed at. If anybody has any different answers, I'm almost going to laugh. Vince Williams or Ulysses Gilbert? Do you? I know. Believe me, bro. It was just a position battle online. Vince, I don't mean any disrespect. I'm obviously choosing you. That's just my. I'm going to say that up front. Vince Williams is my hands down number 2 linebacker
For sure.
Do you disagree?
Sure. I haven't heard anything fantastic.
So we're just going to skip over that bullshit that we found online.
Shout out to John Walker on that article on Vince Williams. It was sick. You should check it out.
Vincenzo Williams. Shit's nasty.
He's definitely gonna play, but
He's
Vince
gonna
nice.
play.
for
He's very
sure,
nice.
for sure.
I hope he does.
Gilbert's going to be nice too. It's just he's second year.
Bro, I thought he was gonna play last year. He's nice.
He
He's
can still
good.
be a
But Vince
I hope so.
is solid, man. Vince is.
We let
Matt
Matakevich walk.
You know what I mean?
We let Tyler Matakevich walk for a reason. You
There's
know,
a reason behind it,
You're
and
not
it's because
wrong.
he's not very good at football.
He's good at special teams.
he was good at special teams. He was a
He tackles
nose for the
people.
ball, but he couldn't cover. He couldn't cover anybody. He was a complete
he's
liability.
a defensive player.
Complete liability coverage. Next one, we have a 5th wide receiver spot. So this is pretty much like the last receiver on the roster. Basically, it kind of comes down to this year between Ryan Switzer or Deion Kane.
Ben loves Switzer. Ben gets what he
Fucking
wants.
loves him.
Yeah.
He'll
Yeah.
jerk him off in front of
And
everybody.
honestly, if Ben's the quarterback, you guys are gonna change your mind about Switzer.
Oh,
He's gonna get you some first downs
I
for
hate
sure.
Switzer, but I don't even know who Deion Kane is.
Mike Tomlin,
So
if you're
it's
watching
good.
this, Switzer does not return kicks, ever.
Yeah,
Put McFarland
Period.
back there.
I agree. I
He
think
gets
Ryan,
first downs. You can't get a first down on a punt return.
He's a possession receiver. He has possession receiver.
He's
written
he's
all
a,
over
he's
him.
a small. I don't get. He's a small. He can't even catch the ball though to be a possession receiver. He can't. He drops passes
He
still,
drops
but overall,
punts. He doesn't drop receptions.
I think Ryan Switzer is still going to stay. I think he's going to be here over Deion Kane, and I don't think that has anything to do with talent. I think even if Deion Kane has a better year
Yeah, I agree.
than him
Ben
as far
wants
as
Ryan
preseason
Switzer.
goes, it's going Ryan Switzer regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
It all. I mean, it has nothing to do with who is better. It comes down to who knows who. It's all about who you
I'm
know.
friends with Ben.
And honestly,
Friends with
I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that. If a quarterback has a
He's more testing
connection,
you.
yeah, if he has a connection with somebody, that's
You're
gonna
cute.
it's
You got
gonna make a
pretty
difference.
mouth. Like that's almost how it feels to me.
If
You
I
know
was
what
a
mean?
quarterback and I had a connection with somebody and they cut him, I'd be pissed.
Oh yeah, me too.
So,
At
I mean, I
at
get
this
it.
point, Ben's earned his right to have somebody on the roster.
Right.
Ben should be a coach damn near at this
Yeah.
point in our
Yeah,
life.
Honestly,
I think he is.
I kind of disagree a little bit. I don't know,
I think they need to do no huddle and just let him
because I think
call some shots.
if he was a better coach, we would have won a Super Bowl by now.
I mean, you have assholes like AB out there giving you the middle finger. When you
I
tell
mean,
them
yeah,
on
but he
fame
can catch any
instead of a
fucking thing you
straight.
throw to him. So I mean, let him call you an asshole in the huddle, but then go out and fucking chuck the ball to him. He's gonna score a touchdown.
Fuck it, that looks like an AB.
Exactly. Yeah, he's wearing 84. Fucking throw
You
it.
know what else AB can catch? These hands.
Yeah, tell him.
That brings us to the left guard spot. We have now. This is what I've kind of heard a little bit. I think Matt Fowler's going to bump down to left guard, and the only reason I say that is because Chukuma Okorafor and Zach Banner, they cannot play guard. They're not guards. That's the only other. There's literally nobody else on our guard spot besides Stephon Wisniewski and Derwin Gray. They can play guard. Like that's it. So I think it comes down to the starting left guard spot between Matt Fowler or Stephon Wisniewski. Who's going to start?
Weird last name.
He's actually from Moon
He's from this
Township.
area.
Wisniewski.
He's
He
from
played at Penn State.
no,
Yeah,
was it
man.
Moon that he's from?
He's
No,
from
I'm
Moon.
thinking AQ Shipley. I'm thinking AQ Shipley.
Wisniewski's from Moon too, I think.
Is he?
I don't know. You answer your
He's
question.
a hometown boy. I just don't know where from.
He definitely is. I'm not sure exactly. Stefan
And to answer your question, he's going to take the starting job.
Wisniewski.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't sign out linemen like that.
Central Catholic. He's cheap too.
Dude, he won a Super Bowl
Cheap.
at Philly and a Super Bowl at Kansas City. He's about to win a Super Bowl with us.
He's
And
solid.
he's starting day
He's
one.
just solid.
He's good.
I could definitely
he's
see
solid.
that, but
Father, I hope he doesn't play a game.
honestly, what I see, I think Stefan Wisniewski's going to win that spot. And then that'll bring me to my next segment, right tackle, where I think overall these two, I'm actually going to add this on here. I think they're going to keep Matt Filer as the starting right tackle. So they're going to keep Matt Filer starting right tackle, make Stefan Wisniewski the left guard, and then it's going to be Chucks and Zach to battle it out. Who's our swing tackle? And I think Zach's going to win that.
Probably Zach.
I think Zach is going to win that, and I think a lot of the players, if you see them on social media and stuff, they really like Zach.
Yeah.
So, and he's putting in work.
But Chucks isn't a bad player. Like I don't want to put that down
No,
to Chucks. Like
hey.
Chucks is,
Zach's
I think
more
he's a
experienced.
nasty tackle.
I agree.
Yeah, he's not bad. He's not bad at all.
Yeah,
Oh, is it bad?
I think
You tell
they're
me? Oh, I
both
was gonna
solid
say.
options, honestly. They're not the best in the league, but they're solid.
I think he didn't play
Yeah.
play
Like,
bad at
Zach
all.
goes 16 games.
That's why it's almost like you really could bump somebody down because Wisniewski only has maybe a year.
And that's the thing,
He's
man.
not that old,
No
is
one's
he?
going to stay
He's
healthy
he's
all
like
year.
32. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
you got 2
You
years.
can kind of bump some people in. You
we
can
got his
move
contract.
left tackle. Big Al needs some support. You know, Big Al had
Big
a really
Al
bad.
needs to go.
Yeah, I don't. He
They
just
like him
can't
too
block.
much.
Yeah, he's
The Rooney's
overrated.
like him too much. to let him
He's
block.
very
At this
overrated.
point, it's political.
Definitely is. He should not have made the Pro Bowl.
No. Big
Could've
Al
been
is
the
Due to
Pro
popularity. It was due to
Honestly,
popularity.
the whole Steelers roster. I would say Big Al is the most overrated player on our team.
Oh, I agree. I totally
For sure.
can agree on that.
Yeah.
I
I
like
can
Big
see
Al
that.
as a person, but as a player, he's the one person I see beat on a consistent level every single game.
Right.
He's always forward so much. He's always so.
He's not fast. He's so
He's so
lanky.
fucking big and heavy. He's always leaning forward.
Yeah.
When he plays a good DN, you see what happens. You know? I mean,
Right.
he can beat the average ones, but when he plays like a Clowney or a JJ Watt or someone like that, he has problems.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Backup linebacker. We're down to kind of 2 people left. We got rid of Anthony Chickalo this season. We have Ola Adenyi or Alex Highsmith.
They're going to split time. I mean, you've seen what they did with Devin Bush. The guy
Mm-hmm.
has talent, and they cut his time.
Mm-hmm.
He's a rookie, so I think Alex Highsmith. I mean, he's obviously going to be on the roster, but I think it's going to be limited.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you think?
Backup outside linebacker.
Yeah, who's going to be the main guy? So if somebody goes
Highsmith.
down, who's okay? I'm going Ola. I think Ola Adenyi is going to be our backup.
I don't have
think
enough
he's going
trust
to.
in him yet.
I think if somebody gets hurt, they're throwing Ola in there first.
I hope
before
so,
throwing
because I
anybody.
have his
First,
jersey.
yeah, but as the
See?
road goes on,
You have his
it's
jersey?
I do
Value
have his
goes up.
jersey.
Like a game used?
No, bro. I just bought his jersey.
Or like just a Nike
Yeah,
jersey?
to wear it.
No shit. I've
Yeah.
never seen anybody that's ever had an
Yeah, it's
Ola Adenyi
downstairs.
jersey.
Yeah.
But hey, that's totally fucking what's up.
Hell yeah.
I still can't.
What's that?
And then the last position. The last position we have. Tight end. Who's number 1? We got Vance McDonald and we got Eric Ebron.
McDonald's. I'm going McDonald's. right now.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
Definitely Ebron.
Ebron.
Yeah, Ebron. Well, it depends. Ebron's gonna be a touchdown guy
Oh yeah,
for sure.
definitely.
And I honestly would throw Chase Claypool in there.
That's right. That's where I'll agree to disagree. I
Yeah.
really don't think Chase Claypool even deserves to be lining up in a 3-point position ever in his life.
He's gonna play some tight end.
I mean, he's 6'4", 240, dude.
Yeah,
He's gonna play some tight
They
end.
didn't draft him just to
I'm
play wide
6
out.
foot 250, but I'm not suiting up a
You're
fullback.
also
Li-
gonna
but
play at
listen.
Notre Dame.
Yeah.
You have Vance McDonald and Eric Ebron.
But why would we?
Dude,
Yeah,
Ebron's
They
eating
are
the middle
I think
made
it's
of
gonna, I
glass.
think it's gonna
Make
be.
a-
Yeah,
dude,
They're
true.
made of glass.
True. We
You
might
think
not
Ebron's
have.
made of glass?
Might not have a choice.
Ebron is definitely made of glass.
I think he's a red zone threat more than anything.
For sure, for
I think
sure.
that's what he comes in.
And the dude got talent. You see that catch he made last year?
Oh,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
he had some nice
It's
catches. We did have
ridiculous.
some nice drops too. I did notice
Yeah,
that.
he
a
doesn't
little
have
bit,
great
but-
hands, but when he catches the ball, it's. But I'm throwing Chase Claypool in there.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, they're gonna. I mean,
But his number.
But who's number
reflects that
one?
he's not
Who's
gonna
number
be
one in your opinion? Who's going to actually line up at tight end number 1 overall?
to start, I'm gonna say Vance. By the end of
Okay.
the year, Eric Ebron.
Okay.
Ebron.
Ebron.
I'm strong on Ebron. I
Yeah.
love the pickup.
I
I
think
think Ben's gonna like him.
I think Vance is going to be the starter kind of throughout the whole thing. Because I feel like Ebron, as soon as he starts dropping some passes, he has some consistency to drop passes. So I feel like once that happens, the Steelers are going to almost pull a Dante with him.
Yeah.
Say, get the fuck out.
Remember Ladarius
But
Green?
if he does it, I still think, I mean, even if he has a good year, I still think they're going to kind of pull
Ben's
that
a tight end
two
guy.
wide or
Dude,
two
Ben
tight
loves
end
the
thing.
security blanket.
Yeah,
Love
Ben's a tight end guy.
He's
Line
the
two of
best
them up.
security blanket of all
Line two
time.
of them up now. If you got two great ones, line them bitches up
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
toss
they're
them
gonna
the
have a
ball.
lot
Unless you
of
have
that,
Gronk
dude.
and Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah,
Steelers,
right.
I like them this year.
Looking
I like
good.
him.
Looking
I like
really,
him.
really good.
If Ben's healthy.
That expires my list. Is there anything anybody else would like to add to this conversation?
Final record prediction for the Steelers.
Final record.
Yeah.
I'll go with yours first. I got mine.
I'd have to look at their schedule, but I'll say
pull it
10-6.
I'll pull
10
it
and
up
6.
while they talk about theirs.
I don't even need to see it.
We have a pretty easy schedule.
I'm
I'd
going.
say-
I'm going
gonna say
11 and 5.
Nah,
Yeah, I'm
good.
going exactly with
But
that.
I think we get
At
a wild
11 and
card
5.
position.
Wild card.
At 11 and
Yeah,
5.
do we
Yeah.
beat Baltimore? Do we beat Baltimore in this
We
division?
split like we always do.
I think teams are going to start to figure out Lamar.
I think
and,
Lamar Jackson's going to get hurt.
Yeah, they're going to figure him out. And,
I don't mean that in any
Either he's a
disrespect.
special talent or he's a bust. We'll find
if you're
out for
smart,
sure.
look at the Steelers tape because they shut him down.
Oh yeah.
First game, he
And
had
what's
100
funny, he
like
literally
200
just
total
said,
yards.
bro,
That
he
was it.
just said on an interview that who can or how do you contain Lamar Jackson? He said you can't. We did fucking
We
what was it
did.
like week 8 or some
We
shit?
did.
Week 4 we shut him down,
Yeah,
but we still
we
lost the
already
game.
did, cuz
We
already
did.
did.
I mean,
Make him throw the ball.
when you compete with the Ravens with 2 backup quarterbacks,
Well, they just lost Hayden Hurst as well. That tight end. They
Yeah.
don't have as many tight ends either. They're not going to
Yeah.
be as deep.
Be fun. It'll definitely be fun.
It's going to be an interesting year for football.
I'm
The
excited.
Browns, people
I
are
think
talking
we're allowed
high
to
on the
actually
Browns
be in
again.
there. Ooh, that actually kind of. Speaking of that, on a scale of 1 to fat bastards butt crack, how bad is the no fans policy and all this shit? Like,
oh,
no
Fat
fans at
Bastards
training
butt
camp.
for
crack.
sure, fat bastards. Butt
Yeah.
crack.
Yeah, like
Yeah, this
Terrible.
is crazy, bro. It's
can't
crazy.
believe it. Well, now they moved training camp to Heinz. Do you think they're gonna allow fans at Heinz?
I think they're gonna allow fans to watch, but no player interaction.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I definitely agree there.
They're gonna let you sit in the seats and watch and whatnot, but
They should
yeah,
stream that shit.
yeah,
They probably will.
yeah.
gotta
They'll have
figure
a setup
something
for
out.
it for sure.
I think that's pretty much wrapping us up here
That's all I
today.
got, buddy.
Guys, we're coming to you here live from JP's
Late.
Man Cave.
JP, I want to thank
Yeah,
you, buddy.
late as all hell.
Thanks
Yeah,
for
no doubt.
Sorry to keep you up late at
Thanks
night.
for giving us
Oh,
the
yeah.
test run here.
Hey,
We know you got work tomorrow.
we appreciate this.
Yeah, bro. I'm sad I can't go on the trip with you guys.
Yeah.
Next
You're
stop, we're
supposed
leaving
to,
in
too.
like
That's
I
the
know,
crazy
bro. I
thing.
know.
next stop, we leave in like 3.5 hours. We
Yeah.
have to go to Nathan
to-
Grimes. Nathan Grimes, we're coming to you, my man.
Be ready at 8 hours.
We'll see you at 8 a.m.
I'm not sleeping tonight.
I'm not drinking any more Pink Whitney. But
I gotta drive everywhere.
No, you don't.
all right, so we'll see you guys later. We're checking out here at the 724 Man Cave Podcast.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Thanks again for being on.
Send us
Yeah,
your
man,
mom's
thanks
phone
for coming.
numbers, all that fun stuff.
This is sick.
Perfect.